Okay, so yesterday we were just coming back off of our extreme cold temperatures. It was minus 13 yesterday and minus 26 or something the day before. This morning it has gone from minus 13 in the middle of the night up to minus 1. And I noticed something weird about the fridge. I opened the freezer and it kind of smelled like food, which normally if a freezer is working, everything is frozen and you don't smell anything. And then I saw that my popsicles melted everywhere, and the fruit that I have in this bag is completely mush and melted. And you can tell that the ice here is melting too. So I thought that was very strange. I shut the fridge off, I opened it up, turned it back on again so I could listen to see if it lit, and it did. But the fridge is also not very cold. Now yesterday and the day before when we had that extreme cold temperature, that fridge was very cold inside. So I don't know if it's the change of temperature where it's come up so much that the fridge is just like in a warming mode now. I don't know. But I increased the cold setting up here, and I tried to crank this up a little bit on the fin inside here just to, I don't know, hopefully it gets cold again soon. I also came back here just to make sure that it was lit, which, as you can see, it is. But really I was just making sure because this fridge runs solely on propane. I don't really run it on electric. I used to run it on electric just when I turned on the generator, but now I don't bother because I don't run the generator for very long. Well, I'm extremely stressed out. I did just have this little inverter plugged in to that hole up there to try to charge up my laptop. And for some reason, it cut the power completely off in the camper. The fridge will not work. The lights will not work. I'm currently using a flashlight. I don't know if I blew a fuse or what I did from using that, but when I tried to unplug it, everything went out on me. So, pretty stressed out. I turned on the generator and everything works with that, but nothing is currently running off the batteries right now. I don't know if I blew a fuse. I don't have a fuse tester, checker. I don't know why Ramsey loves this area so much. Gonna have to check all that out in the morning. I do have to work early in the morning, so it's kind of late to run the generator to keep the fridge going now, but first thing in the morning I'm probably going to have to start up the generator and turn the fridge on and worry about it 12 hours later when I get home from work tomorrow. I really hope it's something as simple as just blowing a fuse and I didn't mess something up in this power converter. Yeah, I'm pretty stressed out right now. And I have to get up for work in a few hours, so I guess at this point I just have to give in, go to bed, and deal with it tomorrow. Tried to sleep, couldn't. Lights are working, but they're extremely, extremely dim. And they're like, I don't know, like they don't want to work or something, so I just don't know what's happening. What a mystery. I don't know. I don't even know what to think. Does the fridge work? No. There's barely any power. Like now these lights are, yeah, see it, they're just going out. Wait a minute. Bright. Bright. What in the world? So I just pulled this forward and started pushing on some of those wires. And suddenly everything is bright again and working again. Let's try the fridge. Oh no. Something weird is going on there. Okay. Huh. I do not understand this. I just messed with that again. Let's see here. Turn the light on. We are back to extremely dim lights. It all stemmed from this stupid thing. And now I wish I hadn't even been using it because this is a disaster. Yeah, I can deal with the no lights thing until this is sorted out. But I can't deal with the no fridge, and I don't want to run the generator 24/7 to keep the fridge going. Everything over here still looks good on the batteries, so it has to do with the power converter or wiring. And I mean, this light here, this light's hooked up directly to the solar charge controller, so obviously that one works. I'm just really confused. And it's after midnight, and I have to get up at 5, so yeah. If I can't figure this out soon, I think what I'll probably end up doing is hooking this inverter back up to the batteries outside and running an extension cord for the fridge. Didn't really want to do that because in the winter you don't get much sun and you don't get to replenish your batteries as much, and these things do draw battery power. But I gotta keep my fridge going, so I don't know, we'll see what tomorrow brings. Problem solved, maybe. Fridge is on and it's lit. Lights are bright again. What I ended up doing, since I couldn't sleep, knowing that basically my fridge wasn't going to be kept cold for the night, I came out to the battery box and just adjusted the clamps on the batteries, and now everything seems to be working again, so I don't know what happened. Crisis averted? Wow, I don't know what in the world happened or went on with this. Sorry, that's kind of a dark corner, but something happened when I had this still attached to all of this wiring, and I unplugged this inverter. Everything went dark. I messed with the wiring, and I was looking at the fuses and flipping the power switch. I don't know, man. I'm confused, but I'm happy because right now my fridge is on, it's lit, it's keeping the food cold. And I have lights, bright lights. Hard to say what went on, but I probably won't be messing with these wires anymore. And I definitely won't be hooking this back up and using this by, plugging in one of these cheap inverters. No, sir. Anyway, it is getting close to 1 in the morning, and I have to get up at 5, so let there be light, and I can rest. Well, hey, a couple days later after that whole DC power fiasco, crisis averted, all is well. Yeah, it just goes to show you in those types of situations, you should check the most simple thing first. Yeah, I think what had me dead set on the fact that this was the problem is that the power went out when I was pulling this inverter out of the wall there. So honestly, I'm not sure if maybe some of the cabling in here is, maybe it's attached enough to the trailer cables that are on the batteries, and when I was tugging on them, it pulled the alligator clamp off of the batteries. I'm not sure if maybe that's kind of what happened. But yeah, it's all good now. I have alligator clamps on my trailer cables that connect to the batteries. I do that just for easy access when I need to disconnect the power. Obviously, if this were a rig on the road, I probably wouldn't do it that way because the vibration and the bumps of the road would definitely unclamp those from the batteries. Yeah, definitely glad that's behind me because I was pretty stressed out. I think I got less than 4 hours of sleep that night, and I had to work a 12-hour shift the next day, so anyway. I even went as far as taking this bottom part off, thinking that, maybe my power converter was messed up. And I realized I never took that part off before. I've lifted this lid down, obviously, to get at the fuses, but I've never actually gone under here. And let me show you how nasty it is. Yeah. See all the cobwebs? Pretty nasty under there. So while I have this unbolted, I think I'm going to go ahead and bring the vacuum in here and suck some of those cobwebs out of there. I'm sure those aren't helping things any. Looks a little better, eh? Voila, put back together again. Should probably clean this mess up and maybe reattach the wires to this and maybe use it again. I don't know. I was half afraid to after that happened, but now we know it was as simple as the trailer cables just not being attached to the batteries. Oh, and look what we woke up to today. Definitely a few inches of snow. I completely cleaned the car off because that was loaded with it. Cleaned off the solar. Sun's out today, getting a little bit of solar. And another thing I did is smacked the top of the chimney cap to try to loosen up some of the creosote that was built up there. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's a little bit more open than it was. It was starting to clog up pretty bad. Definitely don't want that clogging up because then all the smoke's just going to come inside. Update on the fridge. Works perfectly fine again. No issues. Temperature's been good. Yeah, I just think it was from when we had that real cold weather and it got really cold, and then all of a sudden we got warmish weather again and the fridge just acted kind of funny. I don't have much in here now because all my other stuff melted. But no, it's been good. All is right again at the Gypsy Den. But I think that's all I've got for this video. Hopefully you're all doing well. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and hopefully I will see you in the next. Bye.